The coronavirus that befell South Africa in 2020 made me to sit down and ponder about things. In my sitting down, what came to mind is the pain of public servants in South Africa, the so-called middle class. In 2018, a collective agreement was signed, which was meant to be in service for 3 consecutive years. That is, public servants will receive interests for 3 consecutive years. That is 2018 up until 2020. It kills my soul to hear that the government won't be able to give public servants an interest this year because they just say they do not have the money. Bear in mind, we were all faced with the pandemic. Our budgets were pushed to the limit because we had to buy various types of medicines, to buy disinfectants in an attempt to ward off the virus. That pushed our budgets to the limit. The prices have risen in 2020, whilst we are still surviving with the same budget that we were using in 2019. The plight of a public servant in South Africa. Public servants are the backbone of the economy of this country. Yet, they are the ones who are hardest hit. Our children do not qualify for NSFAS because it is said that we are earning 350,000 per annum. So therefore, we must pay the fees of our children. They do not consider the fact that my salary as a public servant, there are 10 people who are depending on it. I pay tax every month. The grants that are out there, the grants that are being received by people, I'm contributing immensely for that project to see the light of day. The houses that are given to people, we are contributing for that. The public schools, which are no-fee schools, and there is a nutrition program going on there, we are contributing on that. But yet, no one spare a moment to see how we are surviving. yet we are main contributors in the economy of this country. And you just begin to ask yourself, is it because public servants, since they are referred to as the so-called middle class, is it because sometimes we ask difficult questions that do not augur well with some people? That is why we are being hit so hard. The treatment that we are receiving at the moment is not good at all. It kills our spirits. In the height of the coronavirus, the frontline workers, the nurses, the doctors were there in the midst of things, whilst most of us, we were in the comfort of our own homes. They got infected. Some of them passed on. May their beautiful and wonderful souls repose in tranquility. Teachers were compelled, in the height of the pandemic, were compelled to go back to school. Yet, the officials were working from home, and teachers were out there in the midst of things. Some teachers passed on. There were infections at schools. But no one came to counsel, to give counsel to those teachers who have lost their colleagues, or to those teachers who had to work in schools that were getting infection day in, day out. It was left to those teachers to lick their wounds, comfort each other, and move on. This is the sad story of a public servant in South Africa.